What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Classic Chronicles. I hope everybody enjoyed their weekend and is ready to conquer the week that is. Oh man, we are in spring. March is here. Daylight savings time is fast approaching, which means days are getting longer, and pretty soon it'll be summer. My favorite season. So yeah, man. It has been quite the eventful weekend for me. So much so that you guys are going to be getting three vlogs this week instead of your usual two. Uh, Plus another episode of another all new episode, let me emphasize that, of Shooting the Shit with David Nazy. So stay tuned to all of the Classic Chronicles social media so y'all can keep up with it all, man. Alright, so with that being said, let's just get right into today's vlog, which we will start with Saturday. It was I was fortunate enough to attend the WWE Road to WrestleMania house show at Madison Square Garden, and those are always special to me because the Garden is a special place. You know, so many memories there. In fact, I did a past vlog on that, so if you haven't checked that out, check it out in the archives on the channel. Uh, as for this one, house shows can be hit or miss, depending on the talent roster, the talent lineup for that particular show. But for this particular show, this past weekend, it was a super show. So normally WWE comes to the New York area like maybe 4 times a year because New York is like home. Is like home for them, whether it be Madison Square Garden or the Barclays Center. And speaking of the Barclays Center, they will be back here in about 2.5 weeks for a live episode of SmackDown, and I will be there, so we'll be doing a live vlog on that. But anyway, back to Saturday. So it was a nice house show. It was a super show. So Raw and SmackDown talent were there. So let's just get right into it, man. In the opener, you had RK Bro versus the Alpha Academy, Chad Gable and Otis for the Raw Tag Team Championship. Fun opener. Otis and Chad Gable get the win after Otis hits Riddle with a Vader bomb off the second rope. Uh, but Randy Orton and Matt Riddle end up hitting RKO's on both Chad Gable and Otis to kind of end the match after the match to to make the crowd happy. So the second match was Finn Balor versus Damian Priest for the United States Championship. Finn Balor had won the title the week prior on Raw, and Damian Priest had a heel turn. So Damian Priest was obviously the heel in the match, and won. Finn Balor won by DQ after Damian Priest hit a low blow on him, and Damian Priest laid him out with his finisher after the match. He used the Razor's Edge as a finisher. Made famous by Razor Ramon. And then third match was the New Day versus the Usos for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. That was a great one. It was a great back and forth as the New Day and the Usos always deliver when they step in the ring with each other. This particular combination of the New Day consisted of Kofi Kingston and Big E because Xavier Woods is still out with injury. So Big E and Kofi took on the Usos. The Usos got the win on over the New Day after the Usos hit the 3D, which they've been using as a finisher lately. Uh, that was pretty cool. Great match. Uh, and so after that was the Raw Women's Championship match. It was a triple threat match. Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, and Becky Lynch. Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair, teamed up at times. before fighting each other. On teamed up on Becky Lynch before fighting each other. Really fun spots. Becky ends up getting the win and retaining the Raw Women's Championship here. Uh, after Bianca Belair hit the KOD, which is her finisher on Rhea Ripley, Becky snuck in and threw Bianca Belair out of the ring and covered Rhea Ripley, getting the victory. Uh, it was like I said, fun match. So after that was the Universal Championship, which had a little bit of confusion to it because locally it was supposed to be Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns, but then they ended up pulling it locally and saying that Roman would defend the Universal Championship against an unannounced opponent, which happened to be Seth Rollins. I know, confusing, stupid, but that's how it happened. Roman ended up getting the win rather quickly over Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins went for a Phoenix Splash, and Roman moved out of the way, spear, uh, and then followed by a choke out. Seth Rollins got a little bit of offense in, but that was the mostly the highlights of the match. But okay, so after that was uh, an intermission. 15-minute intermission. And and then after the intermission came back, it was a Miz TV segment featuring Kevin Owens. Miz and Kevin Owens had a fun little banter back and forth about how Logan Paul sucks as a tag team partner and why would you pick him, because Logan Paul and The Miz are going to be facing Rey and Dominic Mysterio at WrestleMania 38. So Kevin Owens had a little fun with that, and then Kevin Owens ended up stunning The Miz to end the Miz TV segment. And as Kevin Owens is walking to the back, Sami Zayn comes out, and the two share a little bit of a hug. The two share a hug, I should say, as Kevin Owens is walking backstage and Sami Zayn is getting ready to walk to the ring. And as when he's in the ring, he says that it was a conspiracy how he lost the Intercontinental Championship to Ricochet due to Johnny Knoxville's outside interference, and yeah, so that continues their storyline going into WrestleMania 38. Sami Zayn and Johnny Knoxville, pronouns pal. What do you call it? Yeah, so Sami Zayn says, anybody that wants to come out from the back and get annihilated, come on out. Out walks Drew McIntyre. Quick little 5-minute match. Drew McIntyre beats down Sami Zayn and, makes the crowd happy there. Then, after that, it was a SmackDown Women's Championship match. SmackDown tag team match featuring Ronda Rousey and Naomi taking on Charlotte Flair and Sonya Deville. A fun little back and forth there. Naomi did most of the work during the match. I guess they're protecting Ronda to WrestleMania 38. But Ronda ended up coming in and getting the win. By making surprisingly, Charlotte tapped to the armbar, to her armbar, and and then the main event. It was time for the main event after that. Okay, so let me give you a little bit of backstory on this. The main event was Brock Lesnar defending the WWE Championship against a mystery opponent. They have been hyping this on WWE television for quite a while, like maybe 2 weeks before this event took place, saying they're gonna show some footage from it, and if you can be there because you don't want to miss who the opponent is, and as Vince loves to do, he loves to troll the fans, and it ended up, instead of being some big name, speculation all week was it would be Cody Rhodes or some other big name, but it ended up being Austin Theory, which works right into the Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar storyline because he was a part of that. Uh, Brock Lesnar destroyed Austin Theory at the Elimination Chamber pay per view, so kind of continues there. But the match was literally like 5 minutes long. The entrances took longer than the actual match. Brock Lesnar pins Austin Theory after an F5, and did a bunch of suplexes on him. But I guess the highlight of the main event was Roman coming out and leaving Brock Lesnar a bloody mess, and standing over him with both the WWE and Universal Championships in hand, because there will be a title unification match between those two at WrestleMania 38. So, that was the end of the night, and like I said, it was a good night. My uncle and my little brothers were in the house too. I wasn't with them, but I did ended up seeing them during the night. And shout out to Mitch too, who was there, my buddy Mitch. Shout out to George, Elijah, and Nikki, who were there. My uncle and my two nephews, like I said. My uncle and my two little brothers, like I said. So shout out to everybody who I bumped into. And yeah, that's gonna do it for today's vlog. So like, subscribe, and share. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you don't miss a video. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.